High-profile headliners took over the stage for the second night of the Democratic National Convention.
We have the power to turn our country away from the fear, division, and smallness of the past.
We can't just point to what we've already accomplished. We can't just rely on the ideas of the past. We need to chart a new way forward.
Let's take you to Chicago right now. Here's a live look inside the United Center. This is where the DNC is taking place. It is also where Governor Tim Walz will formally accept the nomination for vice president tonight. So yesterday, as you just heard, featured star power, fiery speeches from the Obamas.
And today, we are expected to see more historic moments and some explosive appearances. Caroline Cummings live for us this morning in Chicago inside of the United Center with everything you need to know ahead of day 3 for the DNC, because this is going to be a big night for Governor Walz.
Yeah, it will be, Heather. Good morning to you. But last night it was all about the Obamas, who made their big return to Chicago, where they once called home. And in that speech that President Barack Obama gave, he gave a nod to what was his historic candidacy 16 years ago when he was on that stage. His campaign then was "Yes, we can." And last night he said, "Yes, she can."
Yes, she can.
Former President Barack Obama closed out night 2 of the Democratic National Convention to roaring applause, making his case for Vice President Kamala Harris over former President Donald Trump this November.
We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama took the stage before him. She delivered a few zingers when criticizing the former president.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Earlier, second gentleman Doug Emhoff shared his decade-plus love story with Harris.
This Thursday will be our 10th wedding anniversary. That same night, I'll be hearing my wife, Kamala Harris, accept your nomination for President of the United States.
Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, were more than 90 miles away campaigning in Milwaukee last night, but Harris briefly addressed the convention by live stream.
Together, we will chart a new way forward.
Her campaign said more than 15,000 people were at the Wisconsin rally held in the same venue as the Republican National Convention last month.
A hell of a lot can change in 4 weeks.
Day 2 also featured an energetic, star-studded ceremonial roll call vote to give Harris her party's nomination, with a surprise performance from hip-hop artist Lil Jon.
And tonight it will be Governor Tim Walz's moment to introduce himself to Americans and maybe some Democrats in this room who don't really know much about him. I'm told that he will talk about his personal story, growing up in a small town, social studies teacher before entering political life. All of this Minnesotans know, but it is his chance to introduce himself to Americans who are watching at home, guys.
Well, it's like he said in the story we just aired, Caroline, a lot can change in 4 weeks. A lot certainly can change in 4 weeks. Now he's at the nominating convention, expected to take the stage tonight. Any idea as far as what he's expected to talk about?
Well, he's going to talk about that personal story again. We know him in Minnesota. We've heard his personal story over the course of his being in public office, but Americans don't. 4 in 10, in fact, according to a new poll, don't know much about him in order to make an opinion about his candidacy. So he'll talk about that, and he'll also talk about how that experience, his personal background, but also his life in the public eye as governor will help shape him as a vice president, and how he and Kamala Harris will work together going forward. So I'm told that there will be a really forward-looking vision for what a Harris-Walz administration will look like tonight.
And Caroline, you're expected to be down there with the Minnesota delegation, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I expect to be down there talking to delegates before he gets on stage, capturing their reaction when he gets on there. Last night, when they did the virtual, or I should say the ceremonial roll call vote, DFL party chair Ken Martin made note of Minnesota's history with vice presidents, of course, Hubert Humphrey, Walter Mondale, 2 iconic Minnesota politicians. And maybe if the Democrats win this November, Governor Walz will be added to that list. So there is a lot of excitement from Minnesota Democrats here.
And hard to believe how much his life has changed in just 10 days there. All right.
Caroline Cummings, live from Chicago. Good stuff. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.